Hi guys, I'm back with another homemade project. I'm going to be showing you today how I made my two-handled Steadycam for my Gopro. As all good projects start out with a design. I designed my project on a free CAD program you can download off the internet for free, which is called LibreCAD. It's quite a simple program, but it works quite well. I'll probably leave the link underneath in the description. Anyway, on the screen, as you can see, this is my design. It's going to be a half moon-shaped design with two handles, one on the left and one on the right. The distance between the center of our handles is going to be 200 millimeters. Up the top here, the top of our half moon shape is going to be another hole drilled where I'll be mounting my hot shoe. It's a 1/4-inch hot shoe from a reflex camera, which I'll be showing you a bit later. I've also marked out, as you can see, other center points for other holes on the left and the right, which will be spaced out to 50 and 75 millimeters. These will be extra holes if you want to mount a flash or another camera, which will all be drilled at 6.5 millimeter diameter, which is a little bit larger than 1/4 inch. At the moment, I'm staying with that size. I'll probably do a couple of trial holes just to see if it's too sloppy. But if I find it's too sloppy, I'll probably downsize it to a 6 millimeter diameter drill. So our center hole will be drilled at 6.5, and also our other 4 extra holes will be drilled at 6.5 millimeter diameter on the left and on the right. The diameter of our holes where we'll be attaching our handles will be 10 millimeter diameter, which is basically because the bolts that are on the handles are 10 millimeter diameter. Okay, the width of our Steadycam is going to be 60 millimeters. The reason for that is the base of our handles are 60 millimeters. When I say handles, they're not really handles, they're called table legs actually. So I'll be showing those also a bit later when we get down in the workshop in the garage. Anyway, as I'm using a CAD program, it gives me the option to print out a 1:1. So there won't be any need to take any measurements because I'll be printing out in full size. I'll just show you that now. This is my print preview. If I go up here and I change it 1:1 and I move the white area, the whole white area you see on the page now will be printed out at full size, which will make things a lot easier for centering our holes and cutting out our project, our Steadycam. Okay, to make things even easier, I'll be printing this out on printing paper with a sticky back. So basically I'll be cutting out my project, which I'll show you later on, and actually sticking it onto the piece of Perspex I found, which is about 6 millimeters thick, about the right size for our project. So basically I'll print it out at full size, cut it out, and stick it onto the piece of Perspex. So there won't be any need to take any measurements or anything. Basically we'll be cutting out our design and drilling the holes directly through the design we've printed out. Okay, anyway, that's about it for now. I'll see you in a bit when we get down in the workshop, in the garage, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, catch you later. Hi guys, as I said before, we were looking at the design on the computer. We're going to be making a Steadycam for our Gopro. It's a two-handled Steadycam, which can also be used underwater. Anyway, we're now down in the garage. I'm going to show you what you need to put it all together. As I said before, I've got a piece of Perspex, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, whatever. It's a piece of plastic I found at work, which is about 6 millimeters thick, and it's about the right size for our project. These are the chair legs that I told you about. Chair legs, table legs. They're called table legs at the local hardware store. And they've got 10 millimeter bolt in the middle, which screws which you can use to screw it to our perspex when it's finished. Okay, you need 2 of these, which I paid about €3 for both of them. You need a hot shoe for it's an adapter for a reflex camera that they use on the top or where the flash goes, which I bought on Amazon for about €4. Then you need a 10mm drill for our 10mm bolts on our table legs or chair legs, and then you need a 6mm drill to drill a hole for your hot shoe from our reflex camera, and I'll show you how you put it all together in the end. This is our design. I've printed it onto printing paper, which has its own sticky back. She said, you can see I've already peeled a bit off, which I'm going to be sticking directly onto our piece of plastic, perspex, whatever you want to call it, so I can get the holes as accurate as possible. Okay, now I'll peel off the back. As you can see, peel off the back, and I'll be wanting to get it as much as possible to the side, so maybe I can get 2 out of this piece. It's not important if it's straight. And there you have it. There's no, as you can see, there's no need to take any measurements or anything, because we've printed it out in real size, our project, using our program Libre CAD, which I showed you before on the computer. Now, make sure it's stuck down really well. I'll be using a nail, a sharpened nail, to give our starting point for our drill. I'll be giving our starting point for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. I'll be going through with a pilot drill, probably about 2.5mm pilot drill, and then I'll be passing again with our finishing side. As I said before, these will be 10mm holes where our chair legs will be attached to at the finished. As you can see, it's a perfect size. And these will be 6mm holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our center hole where our hot shoe will be fitted to. And these are the extra holes which I will be making if you need to attach a flash or another light or whatever you want, even another camera. So I'll now be marking out my holes and cutting out our design with a jigsaw. I'll show you when we get to the next stage. Okay, now our starting point for our drill is marked out. I'm ready to drill our holes. Now our holes are all drilled. We've got our two 10mm holes and we've got our 5 6mm holes. I know I said I was probably going to do it 6.5, but I decided it to be 6mm hole. That's way the quarter inch thread on the hot shoe would fit a lot better, because I found if I put 6.5 drill in it would be a little bit too loose. So making it undersize is better. So I decided for a 6mm hole, not 6.5. Okay, so we have all our holes. Now we're ready to cut out our Steadycam, two-handled Steadycam. I'll show you what that's like after it's finished, when it comes out. Like I'm using a jigsaw, a handheld jigsaw. If you haven't got one of those, you could actually do it by hand, but it would take a lot longer. So I'll show you what it's like when it's cut out. Now we're at this stage. Basically our Steadycam's almost finished. As you can see, I've cut my Steadycam out, as I said before, with the jigsaw, and I've filed and sanded it down to my finished size, which has come out quite good, as you can see. As you can see, I still left the printed paper with the sticky back is still stuck on our perspex. I just wanted to show you that before I took it off. It's quite sticky, so I'm probably going to leave it in hot water for a couple of hours and it should just come off on its own. And then we're ready to paint it. I'm going to be painting with a black marine paint, which should give it a nice finish. Okay, well I will see you at the next stage then, when we're ready to put it all together. So that way I can show you the finished product. Hi guys, we're now back with our finished product. As you can see, our Steadycam's nicely painted and finished. I'll put the Gopro logo on it. As you can see, there's everything on the table we need to put together our two-handled Steadycam for our Gopro. It's quite quick and simple to put together. It should take about a minute or so. Anyway, first things to do is to take your two 10mm bolts for your handles, or table legs. So just slip straight in. Take your handles and screw them all the way down. Nice and tight. See, the handles are on. That's what it looks like underneath. Okay, take your 1/4 inch hot shoe. It's a nice tight fit. Now take your first nut from your hot shoe, which we'll use to block the hot shoe down to your perspex, and it shouldn't move. That's our first nut on. I'm going to be putting a washer in the middle, which is going to give me the right height to block down my GoPro when I put my 1/4 inch adapter on. I'll show you what I mean.
Put the second nut on. Then I'm going to use my 1/4 inch adapter mount for my GoPro and tighten it till it's straight. When it's straight, I'll take my GoPro screw, and attach my GoPro. That's all there is to it. This is our finished two-handled Steadycam for our GoPro. I'll probably try and put up some footage to show what it looks like, what the quality of the footage is like using it. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time on my next homemade project. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you later.